everyone, this is very important weekend for the Little Mermaid, which is tracking to drop, like according to deadline, is only gonna drop 54%. They're thinking high end for this movie's drop, looks like. So the Little Mermaid came out last weekend. I think it did really good at the domestic market, and this movie's overall box office, it is quite on par with the Aladdin movie, which all the way it went to make $1 billion. But unfortunately, whenever people mentioning this movie is on par with Aladdin, they forget to mention this Aladdin, most of its money made from the overseas market. So this movie opening on par with Aladdin is actually not good news at all. Let me explain why. Because Aladdin, I think all the way it make 300 something, like 300, if I'm not wrong, 70, something like that. But all the other money, it came from overseas. But unfortunately for Little Mermaid, it's not doing good at all. The worldwide market, this movie just flopped all the way, especially in China, Korea, and all the European market, I think, except Italy. This movie did do good. Like it grabbed, I think, $4 million or something. It's doing good over there. Only one country I heard, but other rest of the world, this movie did not do good at all. Like, I think the only market for this movie to open left is Japan. I think next weekend or so, this movie gonna open there. So this movie, although I personally, I did made a many video before, I was thinking it's going to be hit. I really thought this movie had a shot at making $1 billion. But unfortunately, I had no idea that the worldwide audience, like I was like guessing right about this movie's domestic market, because it is heading for that, 350 to 380, which is not enough, I guess, when you are a huge blockbuster like this, because end of the day, this movie cost to make $250 million, and I guess the marketing is, that is why I think the deadline, they broke it down. I guess the marketing cost is $140 million, and there's some extra. So I do think this movie needs some extra money to make, I think, to break even. It does need a lot of money, but I do think it could make like around 600 or something. At this point, deadline, they're right. This movie probably gonna lose like around 20 million or something. And if you are wondering, how come you're saying this? You heard this movie is going to be hit. All this media, they're trying to, I don't know what they're trying to lie to people, saying this movie is hit when it isn't. Like, it is hit domestic, but not worldwide. So what it happened when you tell people it's hit, but when they look at the number, it isn't, it makes people just more mad and they go crazy. I have so many people explaining to me why they didn't like this movie, although I do understand why they are not liking it. I guess the Disney, the way they're marketing this movie was really like, they're targeting for one demographic people, Whenever those are marketing like that, it can be tricky, because like it's not enough. This world is in a very divisive place. I feel like their marketing tactic was definitely wrong, but overall, I feel like this movie might be flopping. I don't want to say it will be hit anymore, although I did say that it might. But like as I was saying, I really thought it will make $1 billion or something, because this is such a huge name. This is not a little name. It's a huge name, this brand, the Little Mermaid. And all Disney's movie, even they're not that good. The Lion King, it made $1.6 billion. I was like, whoa. Like, I didn't like that movie that much personally, but I think people really like, I think the worldwide audience, they love that movie. And then I was thinking, who am I to say anything? But unfortunately, this one is a different story here. And that, although this movies, I guess it did came out during very competition market, but I guess the worldwide audience, they were not interested in this, and nothing you can do. And that was my thought on this. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this movie's success or failure? If you enjoyed this video, don't share other videos. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.